The EPICS program brings service to the local community into the academic curriculum through a service learning approach to engineering and technology design education. Founded at Purdue University in 1995 by Professors Leah Jamison and Ed Coyle, EPICS programs can be found at dozens of universities and high schools throughout the world.
So one of the benefits of EPICS is the educational benefit. In fact, the program was started to teach design more effectively, engineering, technology, computer-based design. And that's one of the benefits of the program, by providing a real hands-on experience for the students. The EPICS students are able to see what I would call the messiness of design. What happens when you put people into the equation, not just the technology, when you put open-ended problems in.
I got involved in EPICS when I saw posters and flyers around campus stating that there was this opportunity to get real-world hands-on design experience, which is something that I was interested in gaining as part of my undergraduate education. So this is the EAR project, and it was developed for the audiology clinic on campus, and it's an educational tool we developed to help teach graduate and undergraduate audiology students how the tympanic membrane or your eardrum works, and this helps them understand how the ear works better, so they'll be able to better diagnose and treat patients, and also be able to better explain to them and also help them visualize what's happening on their eardrum, so that they have a better understanding of what their hearing difficulty is actually doing to them.
So some of the things that makes EPICS different is, one, we're vertically integrated, where we take students from their first semester all the way through their senior year. We're also multidisciplinary, not just across engineering. We go across engineering, computer science, technology, and outside of engineering. So we might have a project where students from engineering are working side by side with students from audiology, looking at ways to educate people about hearing issues, or actually addressing issues around people with disabilities with hearing.
Our project partner is Imagination Station, and one of their goals is to help kids learn about science and technology through a hands-on interactive experience. This is the wind tunnel. The exhibit teaches kids about how angle of attack and camber affect lift. Through a hands-on tool using knob system, they're able to feel the force of lift when the airfoils are raised to the top when the tunnel is turned on.
The benefits for the students are many. Something we hear over and over again from employers and also our alums are how EPICS really mirrors what they're going to do after they graduate. EPICS provides a real-world experience where students have to balance real-time constraints, multidisciplinary teams, real customers or community partners that sometimes can change their mind in the middle of a program. It's also a value for the students outside of engineering because it gives them a chance to be on a real engineering team and learn about technology. For the engineering and computing students, it broadens their traditional view of what their fields are, and that broadening actually has some implications to attract and retain students that we're currently losing from our fields.
Well, what happens in a traditional class is that a lot of the classes are based entirely on theory, and well, I do agree that there are some classes that have a lab component to them in which you can actually go in and practice what you've learned. Now, what happens in EPICS is that you are actually given a problem and you're expected to come up with your own solution. And projects don't last for just a week. They actually span an entire semester. And sometimes, they even carry over into the following semester. This can happen for two reasons, either for completion of the project or for improvements to the project.
So another benefit of EPICS to the community is our long-term partnerships. One of the things that university programs often do is we think in terms of projects, in terms of our semester, quarter, term, whatever the academic period is. And we make the projects fit that time scale. What EPICS does, it allows projects to be scoped to the community need. And we develop long-term partnerships. So after we deliver a project, if it needs maintenance a year, 2 years, 8 years later, we're still there and they can come back. And that really provides real value to the community partner. And as they've understood the real value, they've treated our students more like professionals, and what we've seen is an increase in complexity of the projects and an increase in impact on the community partners over the years we've worked with them.
The projects that EPICS students bring in can really help us explore new avenues of science. The giant screw, when we use it in the classroom, really helps us understand how an inclined plane wrapped around a pole makes work a whole lot easier. The light lab is a favorite of students. They really love seeing what the different color shadows make, the interactions of light. They understand additive and subtractive light in ways that we just can't do in a classroom setting.
I'm working with the local law enforcement to help dismantle methamphetamine labs. Currently, the local law enforcement requires additional resources to come in to take physical samples of the methamphetamine lab, and we're looking to eliminate the need for this, which will save time and money. In doing this, we are creating a mobile chemical air sampler that will take chemical samples from the air of a methamphetamine lab, and we can analyze it on what's called a mass spectrometer to get a readout of it if it's indeed methamphetamine.
EPICS mirrors situations that professional engineers experience on a regular basis. A key component to the program is the mid-semester design review. By bringing practicing engineers to campus to serve as evaluators, the program ensures that the projects designed for the local community are appropriate, safe, and robust.
The EPICS design reviews are typically the students have a project that they're working on for the community to serve a community need, and the team usually prepares a presentation on their design and their plan for delivery, and people from industry come in to serve as outside design reviewers and somewhat augment the professors who've been working on the program.
So EPICS has the opportunity to fundamentally change the way engineering and computing students are educated, providing hands-on, real design opportunities for not-for-profit organizations. At the same time, the EPICS model has the opportunity to really make an impact and change the way college and universities interact with the community to maximize our impact and our resources to benefit the community.
It's a terrific program, and by investing in the EPICS program, we think that it is a necessary step in the development of a type of engineer we want to hire at Motorola. We've been involved in the EPICS program since the year 2000, and the reason for that is the fact that we feel it has significant value and also serves as a great potential resource for identifying talent, and also aligns with our corporate culture as well as our commitment to service in the community.
EPICS has received numerous awards for its innovative approach to design-based service learning, including recognition from the Carnegie Foundation, the National Science Foundation, the American Society for Engineering Education, the IEEE Education Society, and Campus Compact. In February 2005, the founders and the directors of the EPICS program were awarded the Bernard M. Gordon Prize for Innovation in Engineering and Technology Education by the National Academy of Engineering. The Gordon Prize is the most prestigious award in the engineering education field. The innovative EPICS program has the capacity to fundamentally change how the world views engineering service learning. By providing opportunities to bring students together with local not-for-profit agencies, both groups benefit. Students gain real-world educational and engineering-based experiences, and agencies gain technology to improve the services they provide. EPICS truly is engineering impact for the education of the future.